Draw a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you desire and begin to live and act as if that desire had already become realized. Hello, I'm Carla, psychotherapist and mindset coach, and on this channel, I help you get unstuck and reach your goals by exploring topics that shift your mindset so you can live your highest potential. We are finishing chapter 1 of The Science of Personal Achievement from Napoleon Hill. Chapter 1, Definiteness of Purpose. I think this is the third video and we are finishing it up today. We're going to read the sections on the formula for a positive mental attitude, as well as the formula for definiteness of purpose. Let's dive in. The formula for a positive mental attitude. There's a simple formula to develop this positive mental attitude, and we'll look at it briefly here in 4 ways. Number 1. Draw a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you desire and begin to live and act as you would if the desire had already been realized. Neville Goddard talks a lot about this, living from the wish fulfilled, thinking from the desire rather than of your desire. Of course, I grabbed a little drawing that I used to help get this point across. When we're thinking about what we really want, we usually think of our desire. We think from where we're at right now, our current results, not where we want to be, not the state, not the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So I show this drawing. Don't judge me. So usually, I was working with somebody who wanted a pool in their backyard. So we drew this, and this person was thinking of the pool. Look, the face is a little sad and it's thinking of the pool. The pool is up here. It's in the future. It's not yet manifest. And the person is thinking of the pool as opposed to thinking from the pool, being in the pool, dreaming of sitting in the water, feeling the water around you, imagining you floating in the pool, in the water, in your backyard, already fulfilled, the wish already done. So if there's anything that you desire, for example, I'm going on a trip to Spain and I would sit on my bed and just close my eyes and picture being in Spain already. Like, because I'm from California, so California, I would picture being really far west and really imagining the different orientation of my position in the world. Rather than being in California, thinking of Spain, I'm in my mind in Spain, thinking from Spain. I hope that makes sense. So don't think of your wish or your desire. Think from your wish or your desire. So Napoleon Hill is saying, get a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you desire and begin to live and act as you would if the desire had already been realized. Back your desires by as many basic motives as possible. Keep your desires active at all times through both physical and mental action. Inactivity in regard to desires is worthless. Number 2. Sell yourself into believing you will attain the object of your desires. Keep your mind off circumstances and things you do not desire, because the mind attracts what it feeds upon. What we think about, we bring about. Whatever we impress, we express. The reticular activating system, whatever we're focused on, our brain, it's like the algorithm. It will find more evidence for that. So keep your mind off circumstances and the things you don't desire, because you don't desire them. You do not want more of them. Focus only on what you desire. It's such a simple idea, but it's not always easy because we are bombarded and we are programmed and we are addicted to the fear and the worry. And I remember a lot of times I was like, why can't I just focus on the good things? And I was journaling one day and I realized I would feel irresponsible. I would feel childish. I would feel foolish. I would feel like I'm just letting it all go to the wind, all of the bad things in the world. If I don't focus on them, if I'm not like always talking about how upset I am about them, then I am in some way being irresponsible. It was a huge realization for me. And I realized, wow, focusing on a problem never fixes it. It's the solution. Are we solution focused? I had asked myself, was I solution focused? No, I was problem focused. That does not solve anything, even in my own personal life. When I'm growing and I'm learning and I want to get out of a really bad pit that I put myself in, I'm not going to focus on the pit and how bad it is. Yeah, it's bad. Any ding dong can see that. How am I going to get out of it? We have to focus on what we want. So keep your mind off the circumstances and the things you don't desire, because the mind attracts what it feeds upon. Here again are and I want to say, it's like the algorithm, like I said, like the Google search engine. One time I remember I typed in, how do you make tamales? And the algorithm in Google, right in seconds, gave me millions of tamale recipes. And then for like a few days later, all I was getting on my feeds were like tamale recipes. I'm like, okay, relax. I just put it in there once. But I was attracting all of these recipes and articles and pictures and everything on tamales. And I'm like, that's exactly how your mind is. Whatever you put in the search engine, your thoughts, more will be attracted to it. Little side note. Okay. Here again are the reasons why you believe you are entitled to realize the object of your desires, including what you intend to give in return, and start giving where you stand. Form the habit of acquiring information essential for the attainment of your desire by asking questions of people whom you know have the right answers. Number 3, keep the object of your desires to yourself, lest you set up jealousy and oppositions which may defeat you. And this depends on where you're at in your journey. If you're not secure enough, if you don't have enough strength or stamina, or you don't have enough, like-minded people or encouraging people around you to share that gift with, I think that's what he's saying here. Keep your desires to yourself, because it could set up opposition and even jealousy, which can defeat you. You can't afford, when you have a dream and a goal, you got to protect it with everything, because it's like having that precious like candle. If you've ever had like a birthday candle and you have to like walk with it, it's like you have to cover it to not let the flame go out. That's how it is with our dreams. When we have like a candle and the weather is like the wind is blowing, we have to protect our beautiful dream. We don't want to somebody blow it out, or just the wind to come and blow it out. And unfortunately, a lot of close family members and friends are like candle blower outers. Like we say, oh my God, look at, I have this dream. And they're like, you can't do that. And they'll blow it out, and it can defeat us. So just be careful with that. But once you start surrounding yourself, like for me, I've been doing this work for so many years now, and I have mastermind group members, and I have people that are really encouraging, and they actually stoke that flame. But until you feel confident and you're surrounding yourself with good people and you trust them, then you can share your desires and hopes and dreams. But in the beginning stages, keep it to yourself, Napoleon Hill says, to avoid jealousy and opposition that can defeat you. Place as many people as possible under obligation to you by the habit of going the extra mile in rendering more service than what is expected of you. Number 4, keep your mind free of envy and anger and greed and hatred and jealousy and vengeance and fear, because these are the 7 dark riders of failure. In these instructions, you have the means to develop a positive mental attitude, which will attract you the things and the people related to your aims and purposes in life. These are, pretty good. So let's just review. So number 1, draw a clear mental picture of precisely what you want and act like it's already done. Live and act like it's already done. Number 2, sell yourself into believing that you will attain the object of your desires. Believe it. Allow yourself to go there and feel what it would feel like. Keep your mind on only what you want, because you'll attract more of it. More thoughts, more inspiration, more energy. Number 3, keep the object of your desires to yourself to avoid distraction or energy or feeling defeated. And number 4, keep your mind free of envy, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, revenge, fear, because they are the darkness, he says, the 7 dark riders of failure. So those instructions have the means to develop that positive mental attitude. Later, we'll hear more about how to develop a positive mental attitude and use faith in our own personal success story. Before we go on, we need to find out how to develop this definiteness of purpose. There are some specific steps you'll need to take to embrace your own purpose. Let's see what he has to say. The formula for definiteness of purpose. I suggest putting your design on paper. This is so important. And people say, can I type it? Can I put it in my phone? There's something really important about holding a pen in your hand and a piece of paper. There's a connection that's made in the brain when we start writing. It really ignites all of our system, and it really just solidifies it. It's the first step of manifestation. You take an idea, you take something that's in the unseen, and you write it out on paper so the world can see it. It's out of here and onto the paper. That's the first manifestation, the words you put. It's like, wow, that's why it's so important to write it out, he says. I suggest putting your design on paper. Write a clear statement of your major purpose in life. Sign it, commit it to memory, and repeat it at least twice daily in the form of a prayer or affirmation. If you are married, have your mate sign the statement with you and repeat it together just before retiring each night. Oh, that's sweet. Write out a clear, definite outline of the plan or plans you intend to use to achieve the object of your definite major purpose and state the maximum time you intend to achieve it. Then describe in detail precisely what you intend to give in return for the realization of the object of your purpose, keeping in mind the fact that everything has a price that must be paid. It's okay to have big, wild dreams, and you deserve it if you can think it, believe it, conceive it. If you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. Anything you desire with a good heart, good mind, doesn't harm anybody else, you can have anything you want. But it does come at a price, Napoleon Hill says. What are you going to give in return for it? Nothing in life comes for free. And it also doesn't feel good when you just, get handouts or things just come upon you because you didn't earn it. It's like the story in Think and Grow Rich where he talks about the person standing in front of the furnace and they're waiting for the heat and they want heat and they want heat. And that cold, empty furnace is just sitting there staring like, well, I can't give you heat. I can't give you what you want until you first give me the wood. You got to go chop the wood, carry the wood, put the wood in the furnace. Then you get the heat. So think of your dreams and your desires like an empty furnace. We first got to give, and then we'll get the reward that we desire. We have to take that action. So a price must be paid. Keep your definite major purpose strictly to yourself and your mate if you are married. Call your definite major purpose into your conscious mind as often as is practical. Eat with it, sleep with it, and take it with you every hour of the day. Keep in mind the fact that your subconscious mind can be influenced to work for its attainment while you sleep. The subconscious mind, the more we program ourselves, the more we listen to positive books, affirmations, videos, we're taking programs, studying, reading books, it gets into our subconscious mind so that when we're sleeping, that's the tape that's playing. And then when you wake up, you have more positive thoughts. I was just thinking about this the past couple of days when I'm waking up. Positive things are in my mind. I'm like, wow, what a change from how I used to wake up and the nasty thoughts or just the worried thoughts or thinking about the day before or worried about the day ahead. It's like there's positive like quotes going through my head or like, wow, I'm excited for the day. It's like, what a difference, man. The subconscious mind was going, and I know that that is a sign that I'm putting a lot of good stuff in because that's what I'm feeling. So putting things in your mind, keep in mind the fact that your subconscious mind can be influenced to work for its attainment while you sleep. And I have been playing like subliminal affirmations throughout the night, all night long, sits by my bed, and I've just been playing it all night. Maybe that has to do with why I'm so positive in the morning, but I love it. Here is a very interesting case which shows what may happen when people neglect to move with definiteness of purpose. Some years ago, R.U. Darby from Baltimore, Maryland, had the good fortune to discover a very rich vein of gold while vacationing in the West. This is such a great story. This is in Think and Grow Rich as well. He returned home and borrowed money from his friends and relatives to install mining machinery and went to work mining the rich gold ore. Now, all went well for a few weeks. Then suddenly, the vein stopped. In sheer desperation, Darby sold the mining equipment to a junk dealer for a fraction of what it had cost, and he returned home. The junk dealer proved himself smart by calling in a mining engineer who examined the mine, then announced that a fault in the earth had cut off the vein of ore. He said, "Dig ahead and you'll pick up the vein again." The new owner, the man with the definiteness of purpose, dug again just 3 feet and there picked up the vein of gold again. His definiteness of purpose yielded him several millions of dollars. The mine turned out to be one of the richest in the West. Wow. I wonder where that mine is. Colorado, is that where all the mines were, mining towns? Every day, men and women stop just short of a glorious success because they are drifting through life without aim or purpose. Let that not be you. Do not stop just before you win. Whatever you want to do, just make it a lifestyle. Make a decision that you're going to do it till the wheels fall off. If it's something you truly want, work towards it. Trust me, life will be so much more peaceful. I denied what I really wanted to do for like 2 decades, like way too long. And I always share here, like I've always wanted a YouTube channel and I post videos regardless of how many followers I have or how many people like it, because I do it for me. I really enjoy it. And that's how I really started on my journey. I really appreciated people sharing their knowledge, sharing their perspectives on things because it's really helpful. And so I just wanted to give back in that way. And I absolutely love it. So if there's something you like, just keep doing it. Don't stop just before you hit that vein of gold. It's worth it. Again, don't stop short of a glorious success. At this point, I encourage you to stop reading and write out your definite purpose and your goal. Be sure to focus on specifics. List the information or knowledge you seek, the work you want to do, and/or the kind of personality you desire. Write down what you want to be paid each year, the places you want to visit, the skills you want to possess, and give yourself a definite timetable in which to accomplish what you wrote. When you're finished, make this statement a binding agreement. Sign it and think of it as an agreement with your subconscious. Your subconscious will work toward the purpose even when you aren't. Once you've targeted your definite major purpose, you don't have to work toward it alone. In the next principle, you'll learn how to enlist the help of others to achieve personal greatness. And the next chapter, chapter 2, Mastermind Alliance. We will continue that next video. Wow, I hope you enjoyed that. Finally, we finished chapter 1 of The Science of Personal Achievement from Napoleon Hill, Definiteness of Purpose. So important to know where you're going, having a goal. We are goal-seeking organisms, us human beings. We always want to create, we always want to express on no matter what level it is. But if we're not growing and working towards something, we are by default dying. And I know that sounds harsh, but at any given moment, I mean, we're all alive, but we're either growing towards something or we're dying and we're falling backward. And we know it. For so many years, I was in so much pain and I was like, oof, I knew that I wasn't living my full potential. I'm like, I know there's something more. I know I'm meant for something greater and I have more to share. I did, but I wasn't doing it. I wasn't getting definite with my major purpose and my goals. But now I am, and I have more energy than I've ever had. Hell, and it's just so amazing. So if you need help with your goals, there is actually, well, I offer 30-minute free coaching calls. I'm a certified coach at the Napoleon Hill Institute. All of my information's below. So book a call. I would love to support you. I actually have a unlisted video on how to write a goal. So message me. You can email me all of my information if you want me to send you that unlisted video of specifically how to write your goal. Again, I really enjoy all of your comments and all of your feedback and your support. I am so grateful. Every time I see there's somebody, a new subscriber, I'm like, oh, so I appreciate all of your love and support. Thank you so much. Book a call. All the information's below. Like I said before, if you want to write your goal, I'll send you that unlisted video on how to write a goal. And I look forward to seeing you next time.